Yo, hello everyone, it's Samer here, and today's video is pretty much going to be a recap of everything showed at PAX East from the devs, the first Descendant. I will try to do it as fast as I can. So that being said, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so the first thing that they mentioned was the action field, Axion, how are you gonna call it, action field, and the new enemies called Legion of Breach. They didn't mention like anything super specific about the new field and the new enemies, other than the new enemies, like they are created by Corel, and it's what we're gonna fight in the action field. And in action field is gonna be our newest activity. It's gonna be pretty much a big field, a big area, probably like more open than anything that we've seen on the game. And we're gonna farm like resources and everything new in there. Okay, so the next thing that they showed was a trailer for a hover bike, which they mentioned that we're gonna need to use if we want to travel the action field more comfortably. They mentioned that the hover bike is gonna have like upgrade stages, and at its base stage, the bike is gonna be slower than Bunny's speed of light. So I'm probably guessing that if Bunny's speed of light is 1200 sprint speed, probably the bike at the base evolution, I mean at the base phase, is gonna be around maybe 1,800 to 1,000 sprint speed, but we're gonna be able to upgrade the bike to make it even faster than a CMO sprint. The one where he runs and explodes. They aim to make the bike faster than him, so that we are able to explore the action field more comfortably. Now, amazing news! We're gonna get our first on-field Colossus. He's gonna be named Wall Crusher, and they say that it's gonna be an 8-player raid. I guess you can call it like an 8-player group activity, and that he's gonna spawn on action field. And yeah, pretty much it's gonna be our newest Colossus, other than the new one that is coming after Blair Ultimate, but she's coming before the Wall Crusher. But the Wall Crusher is the one we are expecting for the Season 3 update. And honestly, looking forward to how 8 people work together to, kill the Colossus. All right, for the next 4 things announced, I'm gonna like rapid fire them so I don't take as long. The first thing the first thing I'm gonna mention is the addition of the so-called lounge. It's gonna be customizable. We're gonna have a bed. We're gonna have something to display our descendants, and a shower. A shower part on the lounge. And yep, it's pretty much gonna be like an area of resting. Maybe you could take like some nice screenshots, display your achievements, your descendants, however you wanna do it. You can. I think they mentioned that you can post them. I'm not exactly sure, but I think they did that you can post them in however you want. Well, as long as it's in game. And it's also gonna come with a skin when it launches. The skin you will be showing, I will be showing it on the screen, the screenshot. And the skin that is gonna come with it is pretty much the one on the screenshot, which is like some sort of like pajama, I guess, like really, well, not like pajama, but like really sleepwear. So yeah, that's gonna be it. The second thing that I'm gonna mention is the main story, which is gonna be focused on Enzo and Nell. It's gonna be like improving their romance story, I guess. I mean, obviously they mention like other things, but that's gonna be like the main takeaway of the story, and it's gonna develop their relationship even further. And because of this, we're gonna be able to see, as you can see on the screen, Nell being played as a descendant. I know a lot of people in the community wanted to use her to play her as a descendant, and we got it. You will be seeing on the screen a screenshot, showing her looks now that she's awakened her power. And as a lore, if you're like a lore enthusiast, we're gonna be seeing like how normal humans can awaken their powers. Now, for the other part, I would like to mention the next ultimate, super fast. As we probably speculated, it's definitely gonna be Ultimate Luna. You will be seeing her on the screen. But yeah, I'm really excited for Ultimate Luna. They also mentioned that they're gonna be adding like some new modules to her. for her ultimate version, so that Noise Surge is not her only DPS build. We will see how that works and if they are worth it once she comes out. But I'm really excited for Luna. I have made some videos about her, and she's pretty fun to play, honestly. And I'm glad I leveled up before like she got like popular. So yeah. Okay, so for the next thing you will see on the screen, we finally are getting melee weapons. The melee weapons are gonna be pretty much replacing, well, not replacing, but being used on the same slot as your normal uh, firearm. Your gun, your weapon. They're gonna be pretty much, they only show 3 swords. They mentioned that they're gonna have basic attacks and special attacks. Now, the director in the live stream did a motion, I guess, of how a special attack is gonna look, where they usually like super uh cinematic, where you unsheath your sword and then you do like a big slash. They mentioned that you're gonna be able to do that, and that they're not coming on the first day of the season 3 update, but they will come within uh, the middle of that first episode, and they're gonna be added not only the weapons, but they're also adding a new dungeon with a new boss that uses a melee weapon. Okay, so for the next thing they mention is a little bit interesting. So we are getting 2 new module slots, I guess. They call one first like a trigger module, which will be added on the start of the season. This trigger module will work like a special effect that triggers under certain conditions. So, for example, they mentioned that one is a fireball that when you trigger it, a big fireball drops on the enemy. So probably we can speculate that we will get like other modules like that, like trigger effects pretty much. And the second module they mentioned, it's called the Ancestor module or the Ancestry module. And this is pretty much like a new module slot, obviously exclusive to each Descendant. And each of these modules will have random stats. They said random stats. I don't know how that's going to work. We will have to see once we get the modules, but they mentioned random stats. Obviously, probably the stats will increase like your crit damage, your HP, things like that, so that you can make it even stronger. I don't know. We will have to see the bonuses, but they mentioned that they're adding these 2 new modules to each Descendant. And for the last relevant piece of information they added, what they mentioned is they showcased the first collaboration from the game, well, for the game, and it's gonna be with Nier Automata. As we know, if you ever played Nier, if you're a fan of Nier, we know that Yoko Taro, which is the main like developer of Nier Automata, well, the Nier series, has said that as long as there's money involved, he's willing to give the IP to anyone for collaborations. So the first Descendant was able to get it, and we're not getting like some sort of a special event. We're only getting cosmetics. Pretty much the main cosmetics are gonna be 2B dress, a 2 dress, and a 2B broken version of the dress, which is pretty much just gonna remove the skirt. If you know, you know. So that's what we're getting for the Nier Automata collab. Obviously, other cosmetics aside from the main skins, but it's gonna be that. We're not getting like a special story or anything like that, because they say that they wanted to focus first on the game rather than putting effort on a super collaboration, which I can agree with that. We're getting, I mean, the skins everyone wants, so yeah. And the last skin they showed is gonna be coming on May 22, the 22nd, which is pretty soon. It's like what, 2 weeks, 1 week, and it's like this dress that we were able to see like a month ago, maybe 2 months, which looks pretty nice. And for what it looks like, it's pretty much gonna be a skin for all the females, so you don't have to buy it like separately. This is what it looks like. We will have to see once the skin comes out, but looking really nice. And yeah, this is what they show. This is the more relevant points that I can tell you guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one. Peace.